The fashion world, often seen as a whirlwind of fleeting trends and loud declarations, recently paused to mark the passing of one of its quietest yet most profound revolutionaries, Giorgio Armani, at the remarkable age of 91. For nearly 5 decades, he didn't just dress people, he redefined how they felt in their clothes, subtly shifting an entire culture's understanding of elegance. He wasn't chasing what was next, he was meticulously crafting what would last, a philosophy that offers profound lessons on authenticity and enduring value in a world obsessed with the ephemeral. To truly appreciate his genius, we must look beyond the runway and into the very fabric of his understated empire. Before he became a global icon, Giorgio Armani spent his early career far from the glamour of the design studio. He was a medical student for 2 years, then transitioned to an unexpected path, becoming a window dresser at Milan's prestigious La Rinascente department store in the late 1950s, eventually moving into menswear buying. This hands-on experience, a rare foundation for a designer, gave him an unparalleled understanding of what real people actually wanted to wear, what felt good, and what had practical appeal. It wasn't about avant-garde statements, but about the tactile experience of clothing and the quiet confidence it could instill. This intimate knowledge of the everyday consumer would become the bedrock of his design philosophy, setting him apart from his contemporaries. That invaluable retail experience, honed by years of understanding consumer desires, eventually propelled Armani to launch his own brand in 1975, a relatively late start for a designer at the age of 40. He wasn't interested in the rigid formality that dominated fashion. Instead, he initiated a quiet rebellion, famously deconstructing the men's suit by removing padding, linings, and stiff canvases, creating a softer, more fluid silhouette that moved with the body, not against it. This revolutionary approach, born from an authentic desire for comfort and ease, quickly extended to womenswear, transforming the perception of professional attire and laying the groundwork for what would become known as power dressing. Armani's revolution wasn't about flash or shock value. It was about substance and subtle sophistication. He made the modern professional wardrobe accessible and elegant, focusing on impeccable tailoring and luxurious fabrics that felt as good as they looked. His designs moved away from the restrictive and towards liberation, empowering both men and women with clothes that exuded authority without sacrificing comfort or personal style. Even when preparing for a grand runway show, his focus remained on the minute details, ensuring every garment contributed to that overarching vision of understated perfection and enduring quality. His commitment to authenticity extended beyond his collections to his own personal style. Giorgio Armani rarely deviated from his signature uniform: comfortable trousers, a simple, often navy or black, crew neck or polo shirt, and sometimes a soft, unstructured blazer. This consistent, unpretentious personal aesthetic mirrored his design philosophy: simple, elegant, and timeless. It was a powerful statement in a world of ever-changing trends, demonstrating that true style comes from an inner conviction, not external pressures. He lived his brand, embodying the very essence of the enduring value he championed. Armani's understated elegance quickly resonated with a global audience, becoming synonymous with a refined, sophisticated lifestyle. His rise was significantly boosted when he famously dressed Richard Gere in the iconic 1980 film American Gigolo, catapulting his brand onto the international stage. But even amidst newfound Hollywood fame and red carpet acclaim, his core principles remained unchanged. He steadfastly refused to compromise on quality or comfort, insisting that true luxury lay in the exquisite feel and flawless construction of a garment, rather than its overt branding or fleeting trendiness. He continued to create pieces that women, like the one here at a music awards event, could wear with confidence and ease, radiating an innate sense of self-possession. Despite his enormous success and the global expansion of his empire, Giorgio Armani remained remarkably hands-on, a testament to his deep dedication. He was known for being intimately involved in every aspect of his collections, from the initial sketches to the final fitting. Here on the runway, surrounded by models, his presence is one of quiet authority and genuine pride. He wasn't just a creative director, he was the architect of an entire aesthetic, an enduring vision that prioritized wearability, elegance, and a sophisticated minimalism that never felt austere, a vision that continued to captivate audiences and inspire confidence. His deep connection to the craft and his personal involvement in the brand's integrity meant he always maintained a keen sense of self-awareness and a grounding humility. Even after decades at the pinnacle of fashion, Armani would step out onto the runway, often alone in the spotlight, not to bask in adulation, but to acknowledge the work and connect with his audience. In a world often driven by ego, his presence was always one of quiet gratitude and genuine connection. It was this steadfast authenticity that truly allowed his vision to endure and resonate across generations. This unwavering commitment to his core values also meant a fierce independence. Unlike many of his peers, Giorgio Armani famously resisted selling his company to large luxury conglomerates. He believed that maintaining full control was essential to preserving the authenticity and integrity of his brand, ensuring that its founding principles of comfort, elegance, and timelessness would never be diluted. This decision, unusual in an industry increasingly dominated by corporate giants, speaks volumes about his conviction that true value lies not in market trends, but in the enduring quality and consistent vision he had meticulously built. Through the years, Armani cultivated a reputation not just as a design legend, but as a mentor and an inspiration to many, often seen engaging personally with those around him. While he guarded his private life, his public persona was approachable and grounded, reinforcing the idea that true success doesn't require pretension. He understood that fashion, at its best, is a form of communication, a way to express oneself authentically, and he encouraged this in others, whether they were colleagues, customers, or even fellow artists. His career spanned decades, evolving with the times but always remaining true to his foundational principles. He saw the shift in how people lived and dressed, embracing a more casual elegance while never abandoning his signature sophistication. This ability to adapt without losing his essence is a hallmark of enduring value. He taught us that true style is not about chasing the latest fad, but about understanding oneself and expressing that through thoughtful, well-crafted choices, a philosophy that continued to resonate with people, inspiring a confident wave as he greeted admirers. Even when dressed in the most formal attire, like a classic suit and tie, Armani's signature touch was evident. The subtle drape, the soft lines, the impeccable fit that made even a traditional ensemble feel contemporary and comfortable. He consistently demonstrated that elegance doesn't have to be stiff or restrictive. It can be a natural extension of one's personality. This commitment to marrying comfort with sophistication was his lasting gift to the world of fashion, redefining what it meant to be well-dressed. Armani's influence extended far beyond clothing, touching aspects of lifestyle, home decor, and even hospitality. Yet, at the heart of it all was his distinct point of view, a commitment to refined simplicity and meticulous craftsmanship. He fostered an environment where quality and timeless design were paramount, creating not just garments but an entire universe of understated luxury that appealed to a diverse array of people, from Hollywood stars to everyday individuals seeking authentic elegance. He approached every interaction, whether with a celebrity or a member of his team, with the same genuine warmth, reflecting the human touch in his empire. His longevity in a notoriously fickle industry is a testament to the power of his vision. While other designers came and went chasing fleeting trends, Armani remained a steadfast beacon of classic style. He proved that true innovation isn't always about radical change, but often about refining and perfecting, about creating something so inherently good that it transcends time. His gentle smile as he took a bow wasn't just a sign of accomplishment, but a quiet acknowledgement of a life dedicated to building something real and lasting. By the late 2000s, his empire was truly global, with flagship stores gracing the most prestigious avenues in the world, like Fifth Avenue in New York City. Yet, even surrounded by the grandeur of his brand, Giorgio Armani often appeared in his signature casual attire, reinforcing his unwavering commitment to comfortable elegance. He stood as a living embodiment of his philosophy, that true style originates from an internal sense of self, unaffected by external trends or pressures. His presence symbolized a triumph of authenticity over transient fads. To fully appreciate the scope of his journey, we must also recall the younger man, full of determination, who first dared to challenge the prevailing norms of fashion. This portrait captures the thoughtful intensity that would define his entire career. It reminds us that every enduring legacy begins with a spark of conviction and a willingness to carve one's own path. He wasn't born into fashion royalty, he built it, brick by meticulously tailored brick, with an unwavering belief in his unique vision for understated power and beauty. Throughout his life, Giorgio Armani maintained an air of grace and a discerning eye, whether mingling with fashion dignitaries or celebrating milestones. He always appeared effortlessly elegant, a walking testament to his own designs. He wasn't just creating clothes, he was shaping a lifestyle, one that valued quality, discretion, and a quiet confidence over overt displays. His journey was a masterclass in building a brand that stood for something immutable, something that would resonate with a diverse range of people for decades. Armani's impact was recognized globally, leading to numerous accolades and honors, some of which brought him to the halls of power in history. Even in the most formal settings, beside a bust of Abraham Lincoln, his bearing exuded the same quiet dignity and gravitas that defined his brand. He wasn't just celebrated for his designs, he was revered for his business acumen, his independence, and his profound influence on how society perceives and interacts with clothing. He was a titan, not just of fashion, but of cultural innovation. In his later years, Giorgio Armani remained keenly observant, his sharp intellect and discerning gaze undimmed. He continued to oversee his vast empire, a testament to his enduring passion and dedication. He taught us that true leadership isn't just about initial brilliance, but about consistent vision, adaptability, and the courage to stay true to one's core principles, even when the world around is constantly shifting. He remained, to the very end, a student of life and a master of his craft, forever watching, learning, and quietly influencing. Giorgio Armani's passing at 91 is not just the end of an era for fashion, it's a powerful reminder of what truly lasts in a culture obsessed with what's next. His quiet revolution wasn't built on fleeting trends or loud pronouncements, but on the enduring values of comfort, elegance, and authenticity. His legacy teaches us that true style isn't about conforming to external pressures, but about finding an inner truth and expressing it with grace and conviction. In a world clamoring for novelty, Armani offered us the profound lesson that sometimes the most revolutionary act is simply to be timeless. His life's work invites us to reflect on the authentic values that can define our own lives, urging us to build something that, like his designs, will not just endure but inspire for generations to come.